Stop caring so much. Too many people care about other people's opinions. You probably care about your own opinion as well. This is holding you back. A lot of people aren't successful because of these other people's opinions or your own opinion. You got to stop caring. You need to start taking action and just start getting things done. So this is something that I learned. This was an audiobook that I've been listening to. If you guys read this book, it's a really great read. The Chimp Paradox, it's something that I've been listening to. And if you guys understand that you have two parts of your brain, which is essentially the chimp side and then the human side. The human is a logical, rational side, and essentially you thinking right now, that's the rational side. The chimp side is like, oh, I shouldn't go and do this. I'm feeling lazy. It's much easier just to go to the movies instead, watch a YouTube video, play video games, whatever it is. So in a scenario, to give you guys a general idea, let's say somebody that struggles with going to the gym. So somebody that struggles with going to the gym, essentially their chimp in them is like, hey, you don't really go to the gym. It's much easier if you just stay home. And the logical side to that is essentially is like, hey, if you go to the gym and you start working out, you're going to start seeing the difference. The reason why I'm using this example is because essentially if you care too much about something, you're using other people's opinions, or you care about your own opinion, well, your chimp is taking over. You have to understand the way how your mind kind of works. You need to power through and just go and get things done. You need to start thinking logically, because if you're caring about, oh, I shouldn't wear this or whatever, that's, you're sweating the small stuff. And when you're sweating the small stuff, you're going to sweat the big stuff too. So stop caring. Just go out there and take action. So if there's something that's making you hesitant, understand that it's not going to be easy to go and hit the biggest goal that you want to go and do. You got to build yourself up. You got to work in small little steps. Work on the smallest thing that bothers you, and understand that when you stop caring about that, then you can move up to the next big thing, and then you can stop caring about that. So let's say the smallest thing is like, oh, okay, I wear these certain types of shoes, or with this shirt and this pants. Well, change it up. Be like, oh, okay, I'm not going to care about what I wear as long as it matches and looks somewhat good enough. That's the smallest thing that you can start off with. Start with that. If you end up, like, let's say you care too much about, saying hi in public, like good morning or anything like that, good afternoon, start with that. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, the smallest littlest thing, you start with that and you start improving upon it. And once you start doing this, it starts building up. And the thing people don't realize is you start improving over time. You start making yourself a little bit better, and you're going to make yourself a whole lot better in the long term. So if you're changing yourself just a little bit every single day in a whole year, that's a huge, massive difference. But not too many people can see that far ahead into the future. So understand that when you care about somebody else's opinion, when you ask them, hey, I'm doing this, what do you think? Don't do that. Don't tell them what you're doing, because they might end up giving you advice that might discourage you. On top of that, there's the potential that you can cause yourself to overthink. You're like, oh, okay, well, I care about, let's say it's somebody that's really close to you. You care about their opinion quite a bit. Well, maybe they give you some advice not to do it. Then you may not take that action, and you may not ever succeed. So understand that there's so many things that I can really go into in this video. I want to make it short for you guys, short and sweet. But understand that people tend to drag other people to their level. It's basically like crabs in a bucket, if you guys ever heard this saying. So essentially there's crabs in a bucket, and when one crab is right about to escape and climb out of the bucket, the rest of the crabs see that one crab about to escape. They go and grab him and pull him back into the bucket. And that's the way how kind of people are. So that's why I'm saying, don't tell anybody about what you're gonna do. Just go and do it, and then be like, hey, show the success. That's all you need to do. The other thing I want to say is, stop caring about your own opinion. So that example I was using with the gym. So you have that person that's debating whether or not to go to the gym. So that reasoning can vary from, you know, being, hey, I'm not in shape, I shouldn't be going to the gym. Well, okay, like how I said, you start small. Why don't you work out at home? You know, there's simple solutions, but people don't spend the time to find the answer for their questions. So understand that whatever it is that you're struggling with or you're overthinking about, there's always a way to kind of reason with it, and you got to find that rational side. You got to reason with yourself, hey, you know, if you go and do this, if you go to the gym, you can have your favorite cheat meal or whatever it is, which, you know, is probably not the best thing, but as long as you build that habit of going to the gym, then you eventually take out that cheat meal. You're like, okay, well, I'm showing up to the gym consistently, you know, instead of that cheat meal, I'm going to replace it with a nice little trip or whatever it is. And then before you know it, you're going to start seeing a difference, and you start building up on it, and you're going to notice it becomes easier and easier as time goes. This also applies with any good or bad habits. When you have good habits, you keep on working on those good habits. When you build bad habits, you keep on building on those bad habits. So understand that caring too much about certain little things, you know, it's not really too good. I mean, you have people out there that are perfectionists, that they're trying to make something perfect, and the thing is, it will never be perfect in their eyes, and they'll never be finished with it. It's going to eventually, they just need to accept it that, hey, nothing is ever perfect. And once you guys understand that, you know, nothing's ever perfect, you just got to go with things the way how they are, you know, you start getting things done. But anyways, guys, shorter video. Hopefully you guys understood today's message. Don't forget to smash that like button, and I'll go ahead and catch you guys on the next one.